Welcome to Tabletop Gaming Guild. Today we'll be unboxing what I believe is a Kickstarter that I backed a while ago. And let's see what's in this box. Okay, so we got Return to Dark Tower, which is a restorations game title with a host of designers, including Rob Davio and Isaac Childress. Super pretty box. It's a Kickstarter, so definitely put a lot of extra into the presentation here. Certainly a hefty box. Is slightly oversized. This will, I think, barely fit on my shelf. Oh, it's got a slip sheet. That's interesting. Okay, so the back page of information is just separate, and they have a really nice, just pure art on the back without having to have all the sales information. So that's an interesting choice. However, I love the art on both backs, so either way is fine with me. I have a feeling that even if I zoom way out, I'm not going to be able to fit everything on the screen, so I will put the main contents to the side for now, and let's look at this rule book. I like how games are starting to take the extra step of shrink wrapping boards to preserve them, but I wish they had had pull tabs like the decks of cards, so I wouldn't risk stabbing it with my knife. Instructions are really well laid out. A lot of images, everything's broken down into steps, so it looks like it'll be very easy to learn. There's a fair number of rules, but nothing difficult to handle. Got a couple of different modes of playing, it looks like, and appendixes are always useful. And the quick references on the back, I love having that. Hopefully they also have little player aids too. We'll see in a minute. Well, that's not ideal. You can see where it's a little bit of imprinting where it got pushed up against the punch boards, and you can left a mark on the rule book, which is not great for collectors. But I do love how it tells you clearly how to put everything away, which is becoming more of essential in Kickstarters with how complex they're getting. Okay, you got the different player boards. They have the player aid built in, which is really nice to help you keep things organized. Different boards for each player, different individual starting powers, so that's really promising. I'm very excited about that. They also look nice. The art is phenomenal on this. Punch boards, here we go. Let's see how well these punch out. Yep, they punch out really clean. They're practically falling out of this punch board. So yeah, really good quality, nice thickness. Images are really nice to look at. Overall, excellent punch boards. Okay, there's just a little extra piece of cardboard. It actually specifically says that this is to protect your contents and is not part of the game. You don't need this. You can throw it away. And nice little clarity is definitely appreciated. I like these inserts. They look nice and add a lot of organizations without seeming to add a lot of cost. Some of these inserts you can get are overproduced and definitely add to the cost of the game. Okay, you got little skull tokens. Let's get a nice close look at those. Let this focus. Those are really nice quality. There's quite a few of them in here. And you have your standard little circlets for player colors to go on the minis. As for the minis, they are highly detailed. They are easily identifiable at a glance which one goes to which player character. This is obviously the Scion. And then we have, next, the Relic Hunter. Very pretty mini. I like this, kind of a swashbuckling feel to this guy. And we have the Brutal Warlords, kind of barbarian feel. And the Spy Master, obviously a rogue field, so you kind of have the generic prototypes, but nice little custom dice. Nothing looks nice, got a nice weight to it, and little bases to go on the board. It doesn't look like these are quite big enough for the minis to stand in, so I'm guessing this is to hold other things, but maybe skulls, or I don't know. Have to play the game, find out, read the rules, whatever. Again, with these inserts, nice design, simple, minimalist art, added a lot of extra appeal. We're not going to look at the tower just yet. We'll look at these cards. As always, I appreciate adding a few extra baggies to help us keep everything organized. We have a few different decks here. We have treasure decks, we have, looks like high level monsters and event cards, and then lower level monsters, as well as it looks like people that can come in to assist you. So different, they each have our own little powers and little ways they can help you out throughout the game. Art on them are all unique and all very pretty. Okay, so it actually looks like all of these double as events, so they're events of different levels and they double as monsters. So that first batch looked like lower level events and monsters, and this is mid-level, and then we got the high level stronger monsters that you might encounter probably later game. Let's look at these treasure cards. Nice little simple back. Looks like all unique art, very nice on the dark end, so if you like dark themes, this is appropriate for you. Let's look at our next deck of cards. Looks like we have some tests of sacrifice, some corruption, we have some potions, and in the second batch it looks like we have more of those cards, as well as some quest items and gear. Well, it looks like the gear had some repeated items. The quest items are all unique art, which makes perfect sense. Oh, almost all unique art. I do like the balance of text and art on all these cards, and on the bigger cards how it had a reverse side that was pure art. That looks really nice. Okay, it looks like there's some negative effects the player can have. It's just simple text cards. I'm guessing that's from taking too much corruption, aka those skulls. And then we have here the test of sacrifice, which implies that nothing's going to come easy in this game. Let's look at this tower now, though, the main course. We've got some moving parts on here. We're going to need to put some batteries in here. Looks like it takes 3 AAA or double A's rather. Put some batteries in that later and show you that, but first let's take a look at this last component, which is the board. Again, shrink wrap for its protection, and has a really nice minimalist design for the back. I really do appreciate that. And on the front, well, everything's clearly designated. Tower fits in nicely. It looks really nice together. It's pretty, but still easy to read. Okay, so we got some batteries in this now, and it lights up. It looks really nice. However, I'm realizing the slight flaw in that I'm recording with my phone, and I need the app to make this do anything. So, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to show you it moving. However, there's many playthroughs available for you to watch. Hopefully, we'll be doing our own relatively soon, and so you can see what it looks like in action. Altogether, the components of this game look phenomenal, and that's the Dark Tower. Let's start putting this away and following our little map of how everything goes back in. It looks like once all the components are punched, they'd go in that first layer, but for now they'll stay on the punch board. Everything seems to be fitting in very nicely, nice and snug. Let's get everything back in, and that is the Dark Tower. Or rather, the return to Dark Tower. I'm very excited to get this to the table. Well, thank you for watching. As always, you can catch us here on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, anywhere podcasts can be found, and many other social medias. And please don't forget to like and subscribe.